NuKKle Sports. It's in the game.
I mean, it's just more question you have to ask me in order for me to tell you about myself. I just can't give you a whole spiel. I don't even know where you're sitting at.
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon. Yeah, you better listen. I'm bringing heat, you'll be a fan when I start rapping away. I'll have your fucking head spinning. I'm known as spit vicious. Release bombs and go tick tick. Boom, you blown me that head missing. I'm a phenomenon. Stacking cheese like it's Parmesan. 8 different flows, call me Octomom. I'm moving fast like the Autobahn. And I'm independent, so I'm not your fucking starving like it's Ramadan. Sick, twisted, gifted. Can't copy, printed. Can't hold me down. I shape shift, I'm liquid. I killed this beat, I might get convicted. They know how I move, it was predicted. Persistent, spoke it into existence. So consistent, no assistance. Hear me once, become addicted. If I rap it, then I live it. There's no capping, I'll be speaking this. This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon. This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.
Yo. It is fucking Wednesday night. You know what that means? Got the NuKKle HeDD Sports in the building. What's going on, Hoach?
Yo, what up, Toe? What up, people?
Chilling, man. Yo, we got Joseph Lionel in the building. What's up, gangster? Shit. What happened to normal guy? He don't want to be the first come, first serve no more? He don't like us? Shit, man. Speaking about shit you don't like, let's get that fucking Nate Diaz, Jake Paul fight out the fucking way. Oh,
You sure that was a fight?
bro, that looked like a walking punching bag that fucking had taunts in it. My man, yo, listen, I got two conclusions. It's either motherfuckers in MMA can't box, like they got no boxing skill whatsoever, not even basic, or they getting paid a lot more under the table to just stand there and get fucking punched. Because this is crazy. My man just stood there and got punched in the face.
Yeah, man, and even when he retaliated, he was doing MMA moves, like put him in a chokehold. Yeah, I was like, yo, come on, Nate. I was like, yo, don't go out like that.
Even the fucking ring announcer's like, yo, he's not turning his shoulder into the punch. Like he just like he's like a cat throwing a paw at somebody.
Yeah, like I said, after I saw maybe the second round, I was like, all right, I can't.
He looked good, the 7th or 8th round, but he was just throwing punches, and there was soft punches, like because that's what he does in MMA. But it's different when you got a fucking 4-ounce glove and a fucking 16-ounce glove or a 12-ounce glove. It's different. You know what I'm saying? The little fucking the knuckles he's hitting you with, because he's hitting you with the side of his hand. He's hitting you with knuckles, gonna catch you in your dome and it's gonna hurt. with a fucking boxing glove, the knuckles ain't as effective as they are in MMA. Next fight gonna be in the cage. Bullshit. Bullshit.
My man, again, next fight is going to be probably against another over the hill or I don't know, some motherfucker who's not in his prime. All right, because I'm not saying that Nate was over his prime. It's old or whatever. Because no, Nate is not old. I'm just saying it looked like he got promised a lot of weed under the table. I'm just gonna say it right now, okay? All right, Nate. If you throw this fight, I'll give you a 5-year supply of weed or some shit. It was a disgrace. That's what it was. It was.
Yeah,
It
that
was like
was
it was like, yo, you give me the gloves, please. Give me the gloves.
yo for real. So they said while the numbers aren't confirmed, Paul reportedly brought home estimated $2 million from the fight, while Diaz is believed to have won a guaranteed 500,000.
Yeah, okay, sure. Dude, that fight generated money. That's all everybody was talking about. So you telling me Jake only came? I mean, when he fought, that when he fought Tyson Fury's little brother, I think, but when he fought Silva or some shit like that, or maybe when he fought Tyson Fury's little brother. No, I remember them saying like he came home with 10 mil. So
Possibly.
if you telling me he's fighting little Tyson Fury's little brother, or I think Silva was the match before him. And in either one of those fights, he's making 10 mil against Nate Diaz. You telling me he only brought home 2 mil? You're lying to me,
The 2 million was for the fight. The other money was for the pay-per-view buys. They didn't register that yet.
bro. Even before the pay per view fights, if you're telling me he only got 2 mil for the fight itself, you're lying to me. And let's say the 2 mil is before the fight, and they didn't incorporate the pay per view fight. After they had that little fight, that little brawl or whatever. To make sure that a lot of more people bought the fight. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but that's the only way that they know how to promote a fight is the fight before the fight. Because Diaz wasn't doing shit. He just kept walking out of shit, and he was. It's almost like he doesn't like to speak.
He doesn't.
To be honest with you, I was not interested in that fight, not one bit. I saw somebody leak that shit on YouTube. That's how I saw it. I was not paying my money for that. Never, ever paying my money for that shit. And not for nothing, Diaz fought the exact way I thought he was gonna fight. Uninterested and a punching bag. Y'all motherfuckers put too much earnest on the Diaz brothers. Y'all act like they're God's gift to fighting. The minute you put pressure on these guys, they stop throwing punches. You ever notice after the 7th round, that's when Diaz started hitting because Jake Paul's started getting fucking tired. Jake Paul started slowing down. All the zing on his punches wore off, and my man was just running at that point. Then Diaz was like, all right, now I'm gonna hit you. They depend too much on their cardiovascular. You can't win a 10-round fight in 2 rounds unless you knock somebody out. And he ain't had the power to knock out Jake Paul.
Again, I saw the everything going down, and I'm like, yo, it's either going to go two ways. And the first way is definitely not the way it went, and the second way is definitely the way it went. And you said it, they tend to fight uninterested. That's when they lose fights. Cause like yo, I'm only here to get money. That way I can fucking buy my weed. That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah, because in all honesty, I think this man thought he was gonna be a bigger deal. I think he thought he was gonna go out there, test free agency, and everybody's gonna come jumping after him. But he ain't. Yeah, they got big names, but he ain't all that. The PFL don't need that. You know what I'm saying? The fucking one championship fighting don't need him. You know what I'm saying? He's not nobody like a Brock Lesnar or George St. Pierre or even fucking Ronda Rousey and them. You know what I'm saying? Like his name is I, but he ain't got that big of a name.
Mhm. Hey, listen, man. I just wish somebody would really knock this motherfucker heads off. That's what I'm saying. I mean, if you're not even gonna go get fucking go and collect the paycheck, which is what I feel like they've done with every single one of his opponent besides Fury's little brother. Because if you look at every opponent that he's had, it's been washed up people.
They weren't fighters. I mean, they weren't boxers.
Like everybody's but he beat Silver. Yeah, he beat Silver like 20 years after Silver's fucking prime.
And Silva arguably won that fucking fight. If it wasn't for that knockdown in the what was it, the eighth round or some shit like that?
Some shit like that.
Because Silva was the one pushing him past his limit. Like Silva actually looked like he went there to fight.
You think so? It looked to me like Silver was there to be like, yo, okay, after like the fifth round, make it look interesting.
No, but I'm saying like he went there. He looked like he was there to fight. And when he realized that Jake Paul can't fight, that's when he was like, "All right, I'm just gonna make you earn this one.
I'm just gonna collect my money.
Yeah, I'm gonna earn. You gonna earn this one."
I mean, I guess. Again, I for all those people out there, yeah, I despise the Logan brothers. Despise them. You know what I'm saying? At least his older, what Logan is the other one, right?
Yeah,
I mean, look, at least he went into wrestling where it's scripted and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Jake, bro, seriously, give me 3 months. Let me fucking get into shape, and I'll take you on, and I'll fucking knock you the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I don't like, even though, like, I know against Fury's little brother. I don't know if he got knocked down or whatever, but he got beat fairly easily.
Is
It's
that
like I've never really seen him like be put on the fucking floor. And I think that's what needs to happen.
shit? It's because Fury's brother isn't as big of a boxer either. Like my man, what have like 4 or 5 fucking fights? He's fighting amateurs, bro. Like in all honesty, he's fighting people that are still new to this shit, and he's like a level above them, or they're just fucking sitting down because yo, not for nothing. My man, he fought Ben Askren. You knew Ben Askren did not take that fight serious at all. He thought that was a
Well,
celebrity fight,
here's my thing
and he
about
gets
that.
fucking knocked out.
He,
Tyron Woodley, yeah,
everything every time he's fought a UFC guy, they've been wrestlers. Because even Diaz, he's not really much of a striker. I mean, even though that time against your man McGregor, he was slapping him. He mostly wins his fight. Wearing his opponent down, and then you know a jiu-jitsu move like choking them out or something. And I've rarely seen him like knock somebody out. So like even Silva has knocked people out, but again, you fought Silva at least 10 years after Silva, you know, I guess Silva's prime or whatever. It's like everybody that you fought has not been real fighters that that can lay you the fuck out. I truly believe that's what it is. He hasn't fought somebody that if he gets caught on the chin, he going night night.
Yeah. I mean, he hasn't fought nobody yet.
You know.
Because obviously MMA and boxing are two different sports. And never been more apparent than when you see these guys fighting and they're looking sloppy and shit. And fucking then what's the name goes into MMA and Randy Couture just beats his ass. James Toney goes to MMA and Randy Couture takes his ass down within half a second just by grabbing his foot.
Right, but I'm pretty sure if Couture went into boxing, you know, Tony would have lit his ass out.
Of course. Apparently they don't teach boxing in MMA. They teach punching.
Right, they teach striking, which is that's why I tell people in MMA, if you have somebody that knows how to throw a punch and throw a combo, and he can defend himself against the wrestlers, he's probably gonna dominate. And if you look at the UFC things, anybody that's a quote unquote striker with even average jujitsu usually tends to do good in MMA.
Yeah.
Granted, there are exceptions, but I'm just using as a generality.
Well, I mean, you can always good strikers need to learn how to box. I mean, need to learn how to wrestle or do jujitsu because once they get taken down, it's over.
Of course.
Yo, what's going on, pro?
I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, you remember, years ago when fucking Rousey was, getting her ass lit up, and her corner goes, no, 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 you're doing great. No, keep keep punching or whatever. You're doing great. And what happened? She got her ass beat the fuck up. Like, Rousey is a jiu-jitsu person. She's not a striker. The moment she fought people who can strike, she lost. Holly Holmes, Amanda Nunez. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody who can throw a punch, she lost against.
Well, once they got over that mystique of her, because they did, there was a time when she was like Tyson. People were afraid to go in there, and all they were worried about was that armbar.
I mean, I guess ain't nobody really scared her fake intensity face.
Nah, but they worried about that armbar because she dropped that shit so quick. She had a quick ass armbar, but that was it. She was a one trick pony.
Because she knew she would get her ass beat if it went longer than the first round. Like I remember the one fight against Misha Tate, she came right out of the fucking gate and put in the armbar, and I'm like, all right, that's it over. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
like I said, anytime that you are a fighter who can knows how to strike, you know, in MMA, you tend to dominate. You know what I'm saying? And again, that's no disrespect to anybody else in MMA, who does it as a living. You know, look at Nunez. Nunez knew how to throw. She knew how to fight. She knew how to throw hands. And what happened with Nunez? She pretty much dominated two divisions to the point where she was like, "Yeah, I ran through two divisions. I'm gonna retire."
Yeah, that's because she had that powerful punch and shit. But but that's the thing when you have these fighters that a lot of people are afraid of the one thing, and Nunez just capitalized on that and made every other aspect of her game better. So when you was worried about her punches, she took you down. When you was worried about her taking you down, she submitted you and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like she figured out ways to beat you. It wasn't always
Oh no,
that straight right. It wasn't always those power punches. She beat you whether it went by decision, knockout, tap out, whatever it needed to go. Ronda Rousey was just on some straight up armbar.
but that's what I'm saying. If you look at them, you know, Nunez fought against both, a lot of people who knew their jujitsu or whatever it was, wrestlers or people who thought they was strikers. When you look at Rousey, the couple of times that she went against striker, she lost. That's why I remember, Led telling me, a long time ago, I go, there's a reason why, I know in boxing they say, if you're a puncher, that you always have a puncher's chance. He goes, yo, it's the same thing in MMA.
Yeah, but you got to be willing to fucking go out on your shield.
Absolutely. But if you look at MMA, those guys who are considered strikers or know how to strike end up, doing a lot of things, in the sport. Like you look at your man, your Ben Askren or whatever his name was.
Ben
Look,
Askren.
whatever, man. Everybody knew he was a wrestler. Can't fucking throw a punch to save his life.
Can't take
What
a
hap-
punch to save his life either, apparently.
Right. What happened against Mafadov? Got caught with a knee. Night night. You know what I'm
That's-
saying? If you're a one trick pony when it comes to UFC and it happens to be wrestling, it's harder for you to dominate that field. Like I know a lot of people can say, "Oh, well, look at GSP. He dominated wrestling." Yeah, but GSP will also fucking leave you with one side of your head fucking, lump the fuck up with his jabs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but GSP was a kickboxer when he started. He adopted wrestling.
Exactly.
He adopted the wrestling because of Matt Hughes and Sarah with the jiu-jitsu and all that stuff. Once he realized that he's not invincible and he needs to take this shit serious, he became the best version of himself. And literally every fucking form of mixed martial arts, my man tried to master. Even fucking Olympics.
Right. But again, he came in as the kickboxer. He knew how to throw a punch. And then let's not forget that for every takedown you have in UFC, it's a point.
Yeah.
So you can win a round in the UFC just by taking somebody down.
No, seriously. Nowadays they adjusted the rules. It's not as prevalent as before, but it's still you take somebody down, you more than likely get in that fight. You getting the win on that shit.
Right. If you consistently take somebody to the ground, you're gonna win the round. And unless you get caught in a submission hold or somebody checks your jaw or checks your chin, you're pretty much guaranteed to win the fight if you dominate the wrestling.
Yeah.
But yeah, that thing was. I'm glad that I didn't have to pay for that fight. Let's just say that.
No, I hear that.
If
I
I
mean, I would have
if,
never paid for that, to be honest with you.
I mean, neither am I, but other people are. And if I was any of those people who paid for that fight, I'd fucking request my money back. I said,
Shame.
I was watching that fight. I was like, really? Come on. Like, I was getting frustrated watching the fight.
I mean, like I said, man, I know these. I watch with my eyes and not with my fucking heart. So I'm not gonna sit here and fucking bolster up somebody and make excuses. I knew I knew Nate Diaz did not take this shit serious, and I knew he wasn't gonna do nothing. It would have shocked me if he knocked out Jake Paul. It would have shocked me.
Oh no, listen. Like I said, I was like, yo, where are they gonna get the Nate Diaz that's like, yo, fuck everybody, I'm gonna knock some nigga out, or the Nate Diaz is like, nah, I don't really give a shit, and we got the I don't give a shit one,
98% of the time we get the I don't give a shit Diaz.
right? And like even one of the guys who put it, they're like, oh, yes, he's, I know they said it jokingly, say that he suffers from CTE or whatever, and that's why nobody wants to sign him. But god damn it, after that fight, somebody better check that boy out.
Yo, the only time I ever see Nate Diaz actually come to perform in the fight is when he knows he could beat somebody.
Yeah, truthfully, it was the first fight against McGregor, because even the second fight, he looked disinterested.
And I think that's only because he had 2 weeks of training. And I think what it was that he was willing to lose to McGregor. And then he saw McGregor got tired and he's like, oh, look at this. And then he started bitching him out. Because he was like, oh, McGregor ain't gonna do nothing to me, so let me start acting tough.
Right.
And then that second fight, what happened? McGregor learned how to fight without gassing himself out and took advantage of the situation.
That's it. Again, after the first round, I already knew what was going on, and I was like, all right. And again, it's just frustrating because when you're old school boxing, I'm old school boxing. You know, I grew up watching, Julio Cesar Chavez, Macho Camacho, you know, when you're young Tyson, and then you see what this guy is doing to the sport, and you're like, yo, come on, man. And let's not get it twisted. We all know that boxing's been rigged for many years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I was just like, yo, come on, dude. You know what? Just give me fucking couple of weeks to build my fucking cardio, bro, and just give me some gloves. Because I can do better than all the opponents that they had except for Tommy Fury. And
I mean,
I'm not gonna knock Jay Paul and his thing. Listen, if this is how you make your money. This is how you make your money. But please do not act like you really a fighter.
he does act like he's a fighter. That's the thing. He's gonna sit here and he's gonna talk shit because he got all these fucking amateurs coming out to his circus. Andy Kaufman Andy Kaufman and the shit.
Oh, absolutely. I guarantee you. Like, forget a professional boxer. You know what I'm saying? Just get somebody who's been, fighting for the Golden Gloves. I bet you that light that motherfucker up. I bet you anybody boxing for the Golden Gloves will light up your man, Jake Paul.
Yeah. I'm shit. I've been saying this shit for fucking ever since he started. Like with Nate Robinson, I was like, yeah, he's better than Nate Robinson. He got some skill. Like you could see he's been training, but he ain't
Right.
been training long enough to go fight people that actually been doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He had like 2 feet on Nate Robinson.
well, Nate Robinson was jumping into his punches. There was not. He could have been smaller than Nate Robinson and still whooped Nate Robinson's ass. Nate Robinson was fucking double dutching. He was trying to get in the double dutch line. He was not fucking doing nothing that looked like fighting.
Right. I mean, but that's what I'm saying. If you look at all those fights, you're like, okay, my man, you have really haven't. beat anybody. Again, you have people who have names, but their name is not who they once were.
Their names ain't who they are in this sport.
Right. Yeah, yeah, you beat Silva. Again, I believe 20 years after his prime, and Silva looked like he was there on some Marshawn Lynch shit. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
My man Silva was there, and if Silva was in his prime, he'd have knocked out Jake. To be honest with you, I feel like if Silva, I feel like they gave Silva like short notice. Like Silva didn't know he was fighting until like 3 weeks before the fucking fight. Because not for nothing, Silva, you can tell he has a the fighter that's been worn down from all those fights. He still loves fighting, but you could tell he's lost a step, but he still was whooping that ass. He was taking it to Jake Paul. That was the toughest fight Jake Paul had. Tyson Fury got tired after a while. Not Tyson, whatever the fuck. Yeah,
Tommy,
Tyson Fury,
Tommy.
whatever the fuck his name is. Fury got tired after like the fucking 6th or 7th round. Both of them got tired. They were fucking huffing and puffing and shit, and that was the closest you get to an actual good amateur, a new fighter versus Jake Paul, and you saw it because when Logan Paul fought Mayweather, Mayweather was basically like, "Yo, go, I'll make you look good," but every time Logan Paul tried to throw a punch, that was like anywhere on some. Oh, I'm gonna take advantage of this. And Mayweather did the little body shot, like, "Yo, relax."
Yo, here,
Relax. This
calm
is supposed to
yourself.
be an exhibition. You want to be Apollo Creed right now? What's up?
Nigga, he's in with a yo, tate quieto.
Yeah, and you got Logan Paul, who's a fucking 195-pound fighter, versus Mayweather, who's 145, 135 at best. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Mayweather's mollywopping you. Like, there's no way. Like, Jake Paul has a strong right hand for someone who doesn't know it's coming. And
Right, but
and
for
he
somebody
and
who knows it's coming, that's a nice little dip out the way, and should have been a counter, and you be on the floor. But
but listen, man, to be honest with you, I'm not even knocking Jake Paul his fight because that's how he fights. I'm knocking Nate Diaz. I'm knocking all these MMA dudes because Tyrone Woodley, he fought him the first time and he did his best, and then he tried to become a boxer, and the second time he got knocked out because he was trying to be something he was not. And at least he tried, but they gotta stop this whole shit of, oh, because you train boxing and MMA you can box. No, you can't box. You get how to punch in MMA.
right.
You can't teach the same thing. Even Pacquiao's trainer, what's his name?
Oh, the white dude.
Yeah,
I know you. I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his name, but yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Freddie Roach.
There you go. Yeah.
Freddie Roach was teaching GSP boxing, and he was saying like, "Yo, I can't teach him the fundamentals of boxing with the duck under come over because you got to worry about knees. There's so much shit you got to worry about when you're in MMA that you don't have to worry about in boxing because you got the knees, you got the kicks, and all that other shit. So you got to teach him a different way to do shit. Now imagine now GSP's coming into boxing and he don't know those little basic moves to do the little duck under and sweep and all that other shit because he got to worry about a fucking knee. Now he ain't worried about that fucking knee. So the guy that he's fighting got all that extra time and all that extra shit that he ain't got to worry about.
Correct.
And there's little tricks here and there that you can see that Jake Paul does, but I honestly think that he didn't. Nate Diaz knows those little tricks because he does box with boxers and shit. But what really stopped Nate Diaz from fighting was that pressure. Jake Paul applied a lot of pressure in the first 6 rounds.
Right, and Nate was like, what was the word I'm looking for? He looked more annoyed than anything.
Jake or Nate?
Nate, he looked more annoyed.
Yeah, because he didn't want to. I don't think he wanted to be there. I don't think any one of them want to be there. I don't even think Nick wants to be there.
Probably not. I mean, it is what it is. But again, we know those fights are rigged.
It's starting to look like that. I know everybody makes a joke about Mayweather paying off his opponents and all other shit, but at least they fucking had boxing matches. Even if he did pay them off, they had a boxing match in that shit.
Right.
This shit was just, yo, I'm gonna stand here and let you fucking hit me because fuck it, I don't want to be here and I'm just gonna make my money. Because
Yeah,
to be honest with you,
I'm here to make money because my stash is low.
yeah. Because to be honest with you, fucking, it ain't impressive to me to get your ass whooped and still stand. Like these people, like, oh, he took all them shots and he kept moving forward and blah blah blah. Yeah, that's what's called brain damage. That's not impressive to me. You want to be tough? Fucking take the L like a man and keep it moving, or fucking, or throw punches. Like Mike Tyson when he got fucking destroyed by Lennox Lewis. It was sad at one point. Like, yo, just
Right.
somebody throw in the towel because this man is getting fucked up. That wasn't tough to me. That was just a guy that was moving forward. You ain't knock him out yet.
Right. Because Tyson still had you know a jaw, but Lennox Lewis was bigger, stronger, and younger than Tyson was.
And Tyson was literally just fighting for money.
Oh yeah, at that point, absolutely. Like even when he fought Holyfield and bit Holyfield's ear off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, he was. At that point, I remember it was like a couple of years before that is where you found out that Tyson didn't have no money, and that Don King just took all his shit.
Shit. Fucking Lay sent me a video right now on Instagram. Some dude talking to Brandon Schaub. You know Brandon Schaub, right?
Yeah, yeah.
MMA fighter. I guess it's Brandon Schaub's podcast. So it's a big brolic dude, 265 pounds, and he's talking about he could beat up some MMA guys. And Brandon Schaub's like, well, you ain't gonna touch DJ. And he said that he wanted to fight DJ, Demetrius Johnson, and Demetrius Johnson's sitting there, he's laughing at him. And I'm sitting there like, yo, yeah, you're a big dude, but Demetrius Johnson fuck you up.
Oh yeah.
It don't matter to me. You see this whole shit. Everybody got this misconception. The bigger dude's gonna win in the fight. Did you not watch the UFC when there were no weight classes and there was no rules and no other shit? All them big motherfuckers, yeah, they knocked out some people, but the little man beat the shit out of that fucking super heavyweight. Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, fucking Gracie won the fucking tournament 3 times in a row, and he's a small motherfucker.
Right.
Like, y'all people gotta stop with this whole shit of like, oh, he's 265 pounds of muscle. You know what muscle needs? It needs oxygen. You ain't gonna last very long. And DJ is a fucking cardio machine. He's fast as shit. The fastest man in MMA. And he'll take your ass down and you ain't gonna know what to do with it. The weights move because there's a resistance on them. Demetrius Johnson grab you by the neck. I want to see you lift him up. I want to see you try to lift his ass up while he's choking you the fuck out. Holy shit. The way these people fucking think, you would think that, like everybody that's in sports
Right.
looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
You would think that every champion would look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? Even at 125 pounds, is the fucking little fucking oh man, I forgot his fucking name. He was with Arnold. Franco Colombo, right?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. The name sounds Colombo. Yeah, the name sounds familiar. Yeah.
Even at 125 pounds, it looked like that motherfucker. Who basically in the lower weight division was the Arnold Schwarzenegger bodybuilding. In the other, it was Arnold and him. in each division. They were running each division. They were looking like fucking Adonises, Greek gods. Every single person got look like that. Offensive linemen are fucking huge dudes, but the wide receivers and the running backs are small, so they can be fast. Just because you lift weights, the best thing that Bruce Lee's ever said: weights don't hit back, box don't hit back. Lifting up
No,
a piece of weight don't make you know how to fight.
absolutely.
I've never in the history of niggerdom did a bench press and said I can fucking take on a black belt right now. You gotta be out your fucking mind.
Yeah, you're right.
Shit. But yeah, I mean, last thoughts on that shit. But yeah, I don't want to see no more MMA guys versus fucking Jake Paul. At this point, this seems like every MMA dude is trying to get their boxing money up because like, oh, I left the UFC or I left wherever, and I want to get a quick payday. I'll go fight you. We don't need no more of that shit. Go fight a real person. Let's get some real shit. Let's get you a license. Let's get you some fucking amateur shit, and let's go after a fucking title.
Right.
How about that one? You want to impress me, motherfucker? Let's go after some titles.
Some legit titles.
Yeah, the WBC championship, something. Let's do that. Now you the fucking champion of the goddamn celebrities. All right, you want to make this shit real? You want to be serious? Let's go after some serious shit. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? I can't be the flag football champion talking about I'm better than the NFL. But yo, they had the first episode of Hard Knocks can't come out. You know, with
Right.
the Jets and all that. I didn't get to finish the entire episode. But from what I've seen so far, I got maybe 20 minutes in, if that, maybe like 15. From what I've seen so far, I'm starting to get more comfortable with Aaron Rodgers being our quarterback. He seems comfortable out there. He seems like he's, he got the team behind him. He's throwing some good passes. He looks like he's taking this shit serious. But like I said, man, there's one rule. I almost forgot this shit. I almost forgot my rule. I don't until the check is cashed, until my check clears, I don't have any expectations. I can't tell you nothing. I don't know how the job is until I get my first paycheck. You know what I'm saying? Until we get that game going, then we'll talk about this motherfucker. I didn't see his chain. They didn't show his chain when he was on the field. But yeah, man, it's looking good, and I got high expectations. We looking like a good fucking team, like a fucking all-star team right now.
No,
I know,
last year you guys were just a competent quarterback away, from doing wings and things.
yeah, and we got that quarterback now, and we got more weapons. We signed those receivers on the offseason. We got the defensive rookie of the year, the offensive rookie of the year. We're trying to get Cook. What's up with Cook? Dalvin Cook.
I don't know, man. I know he visited some people or whatever. Besides that, nothing. I haven't heard anything. All I know is Minnesota is stupid.
Okay, so it says Dalvin Cook and the Jets are not on the same page, which leaves the Buffalo Bills and the rest of the AFC East in a sort of entertaining limbo. I guess he wanted more than what the Jets were willing to offer.
Hmm.
The New York Jets are reportedly showing interest in Ezekiel Elliott. Oh,
Why?
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God! Why? Why? Why would you do that to yourself? I'm gonna bring it back. I truly believe that your man Zeke was a product of the offensive line.
Yeah. Yo, Tony Pollard was a fucking running back, bro. I would take his ass. Where's he at?
I don't know because the Cowboys franchise him and Josh Jacobs have not signed the franchise tag yet.
Didn't that pass already?
The what?
The for them to sign?
For them to sign? No, for them to come with a deal, come up with a deal. Like Jacobs and Paul and Tony can still sign the franchise tag. Let me see here. Yeah, they can sign the franchise tag pretty much anytime they want. I just think again, Josh Jacobs went off last year.
Yeah. Especially when I was against him in fucking fantasy football. That motherfucker. Nah, so apparently he's there.
He's there where?
And they were saying he missed the first 2 days of training camp because his girl was it was his girl's birthday or some shit like that. But they ain't saying nothing about him sitting out. Or is he not a free agent?
No. Anybody who's tagged the free with tagged with the franchise tag. Now, if let's say the Raiders go and take away the franchise tag, then he basically becomes a free agent. Let me see here. Yeah. Quick research. Yeah, they can sign that tag whenever, and until the team takes it away, they are basically stuck with them. Like what happened with with Bell a couple of years ago, where he's like, "Yo, fuck it, I'm gonna sit out the season instead of signing the franchise tag."
Okay. Joseph wants to know what you think about Kareem Hunt.
I don't know, man. I think coach when he was with the Chiefs, he went from being on top of the world, and then he had that altercation. I should leave it like that. You went to the Browns to revitalize your career, which you pretty much did. You know what I'm saying? But now, I don't know. Again, the league has switched changed from being a run heavy league where you need your running backs to a pass happy league. But with Kareem Hunt, he can also catch the football out coming out of the backfield. So I'm just surprised, like nobody's willing to. I go take a chance on Hunt because the Browns took a chance on Hunt. The Chiefs cut him after he was sentenced.
Well,
So
they're saying here that the Colts have made an offer, but the two sides were unable to reach an agreement as there still is continued interest from other teams. So the Saints are interested in him also. So he just visited the Colts, but I guess the Saints are interested also. So I guess this man is testing his value.
I mean, wouldn't you if you have multiple businesses trying to recruit you? I would play each one off the other one. Like, I was just with so and so, man, and they were show. Now you got to remember, uh, with the coach, Jason Taylor, was like, yo, basically what the f, and the general manager was on some. Jim Irsay was like, he was literally on some if he dies, he dies kind of shit.
Hey, Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, yeah. He wants more money. And Ursay, Jim Ursay said some shit like basically like, that I can go find me a running back anywhere.
Who you
You know,
gonna find? Ezekiel Jackson?
look, right now running backs are getting they're getting fucked over. They are.
Yeah. And people want to throw in the statistic of they don't help win Super Bowls, but they help you fucking get there. And not for nothing, if they'd have fucking ran the ball with beast mode, the Seahawks would have won that second Super Bowl.
Facts, My man, if you would have faked it a fucking beast mode and fucking ran it in yourself. But no,
Yeah.
Pete Carroll wanted to fucking, you know, as we like to do here, he was like, and Belichick was like, all right, I'm gonna do this, and the guy got lucky because the ball was thrown directly in his hands.
Yeah. Yeah, that was yo, if no one's open, just give him the ball.
Let me see what else we got here. I mean, yeah, like the Taylor situation, the Dalvin Cook got fucking cut. And I remember going back and forth with somebody on YouTube was like, "Oh, but he's over the hill." I'm like, first of all, Dalvin Cook is not over the hill.
Yeah.
And the reason why a lot of these running backs nowadays are fighting with their teams is they don't. No, the teams don't want to pay the running back. But I'm like, yo, besides the quarterback who basically touches the ball on every play, what I'm saying? The second most person who touches the ball is a running back.
He's the one that gives you the he run. They bring the ball up field and they run the fucking clock. That's where you fucking kill the time with the clock. You know what I'm saying, with your run game or those fucking 5-10 yard passes and shit like that. But
Well,
it's your running back that's fucking keeping the ball and the clock running.
well, if you remember a couple of years ago, where where it was like with Peyton and Tom Brady was like, yo, the way you beat those guys is you keep them where on the sidelines. And they're not lying. The way you beat an elite quarterback most of the time is having your running back dictate the pace of the game. So it's why I don't get a lot of people saying, "Oh, the running backs are they're overrated," and I'm like, sure, if you feel like that.
Yeah, I don't know how they say they're overrated either, but you know, you had so many fucking running backs impact the game, but it's just a way to not pay them. The one fucking sport that you need to actually invest in your players because the shit don't last long is the one sport that is the cheapest. Because they're like,
I'll
yeah, I
give you
know
that.
you can get 10, 15 years out of a baseball player, so you give him a couple $100 million to play with you. You get the same shit out of basketball players, you give them a couple $100 million to play with you. Football teams, it's almost like, yo, 3 years, 4 years, you out. And they give them tens of thousands. I mean, tens of millions. It's a good amount of money, but my man can't walk after that shit. He can't do nothing after that shit. That's college. They went to
Right.
college in the NFL and they made a good amount of money, but that's it. Like they don't have nothing after that.
Nope.
You telling me you can't pay these people more money? Even if it was if they did it 1 year at a time, we'll give you fucking $40 million for 1 year. Give me what you got, and then go to another team because we can't use you. You know what I'm saying? But it's always some shit to keep that arm getting shorter and that pocket getting deeper.
Deep, deep. What it was that like my man said in the Wu Tang song? You got short arms and deep pockets.
Yep. And that's usually how they preserve themselves. Shit, in NBA news, I want to know what's going on with Damian Lillard. Him, the Portland and the Heat ain't making no leeway. And they're saying there's no other team that's interested in Lillard.
Hmm.
You know, I think when he came out and said he only wanted to play for the Heat, that fucked him up. Because if you're gonna sit here and say I only want to play for the Heat, then why would I trade for you? You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm the Knicks, why would I give up assets for someone who don't want to be here?
Right. No, I hear you on that.
And I'm pretty sure Portland's like, oh, this is beautiful because the only team we actually have to talk to is the Heat, and we want everybody. Because they're saying that the 76ers and the 76ers, the Clippers, and Utah are interested in Damian Lillard, but he only wants to go to the Heat. So we're not even going to entertain any fucking offers from these people unless they come in with some crazy shit. Like you giving out Kawhi Leonard, you giving out Paul George. Like who you giving out, Clippers? You know what I'm saying? Like who you offering for Damian Lillard? Because we ain't giving you Damian Lillard for some picks and some bench warmers. You know, Philadelphia, you gonna give us Joel Embiid? Joel Embiid ain't gonna want to come in. You know what I'm saying? Like what's going on here? We don't want Harden.
I mean, I just saw that guy Josh Hart just signed an extension.
Yeah, it was for 4 years. Uh 3 years, $37 million contract. No, wait, no, never mind. That was not 4 years, $81 million contract. That's his extension. He will make 94 million through 2027 and 2028. I don't understand how he's making a total of 94 million unless they're talking about how much money he made now and the new contract. But shit, I don't think that the Knicks didn't do nothing this whole season
Not much. But again, the Knicks really haven't done anything the last 10 years.
because we ain't had the picks. Carmelo still fucked us over. We're suffering from Carmelo and Patrick Ewing. All right, so the Knicks lost Obi Toppin uh, to the Pacers and Derrick Rose due to free agency. And Trevor Neals. I don't know who Trevor Neals is. And then we got Dante DiVincenzo. I don't even know who the fuck. Who do we get? Who do we get for Obi Toppin?
Draft picks.
Uh
They got like 3 second-rounders. 2 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 second
We signed a bunch of we signed Jacob Toppin, Obi Toppin's brother, I believe. But these we signed a lot of undrafted players.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to read something here. Yeah. Yeah. Again, another year where the Knicks don't do shit in free agency, but expect us to fucking buy the product. You know, because that's what it is. You're buying the product when you see them when they go to work, just to see what they do and stuff like that. But I just like this is a good example of like I think we were talking about it when it happened. The Knicks had no first round draft picks. And I think they only had like one draft pick, and they traded that away. And of course they trade Obi for like 3 second round draft picks, and I'm like, yo, that don't mean that they're gonna be any good.
Thanks, Joseph. No, yeah. But I mean, we're getting younger. It's just I feel like we're the 76ers. Trust the process. That's kind of what it feels like. We're trusting the process right now.
No, yeah, I think next year the Knicks have like 2 first rounders. Because remember, they traded the draft picks away for people, and I remember us talking about it. And we're like, yeah, but who did they get in those trades? Besides, I think the only person I remember is Josh Hart.
Yeah, that was the only one that made an impact from those trades because we got Josh Hart and like 3 other people, but they didn't really do nothing from what I'm on. We need to pick up a free agent because I don't think trading people. I don't think we have enough assets to trade for a star like Lillard, but we need to pick up a free agent on like a good free agent that's not going to kill us. But it's almost like impossible to find. No one wants to play for Dolan.
I mean, would you?
Just to get my name on the back of the jersey, but I could always buy a fucking custom made one. So, but that's a tough question, man. I mean, I've been a Knick fan my whole life.
I know, so have I. And I suffered through the Michael Jordan era. Then I suffered through the James Dolan took over the Knicks and doesn't know what the fuck he's doing era.
Yeah,
This era should have been fucking long gone, and that fucking it's being prolonged way too much.
yeah. We got, and then the fucking Brooklyn Nets with Jay-Z and his company basically being a talent agency and owning the shit. Everybody went to the Nets. Which the Nets have seemed like a fucking curse also because they had all these players. They should have just the Nets should have won a championship with fucking Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving on paper. But when they found out who they were, they let
On
them off
paper.
the hook. Yeah.
On paper, but again, if that's the case, there'd be no swimming.
What up, Pete? Shit, man. Yo, but listen, bro. Like the Diaz fight, I'm not surprised that Kevin Durant didn't do nothing with the Nets. I knew who he was. I see with my eyes. This is why I get in so many arguments over everything. I see with my eyes. I don't see with my heart, and I don't see with my expectations. I don't sit there and go, "Oh, this guy should have the potential to do this." I see what they doing now and how they act, and you can tell the future. We ain't do nothing to change. Too many motherfuckers out here trying to be cool instead of for trying to win.
Man, I'm just tired of. I'm just tired of the Knicks doing stupid shit, and that's as much. To paraphrase your man Terrell Owens, man, that's my team, man. That's my team.
Nah, I hear you. I knew it was a failure once we blew up the team and had to get Kyrie. Di- Bro, that's because Kevin Durant wanted Kyrie. Kyrie wanted to play with Kevin Durant, and then none of these guys wanted to play. They're too busy making fake Twitter accounts and talking about the world is flat to fucking play basketball. That's one thing you got to give LeBron James. He ain't never let none of that shit get in the way of basketball.
No,
And yo, at one point, Pete, Kyrie Irving was my favorite basketball player. That was when he was on the Cavs with LeBron James. He went to the Celtics. He got hurt. And I was like, wait, why is Smart doing better with the fucking Celtics than Kyrie Irving is? What's going on here? Then he went to the fucking Nets. I'm like, yo, this guy can't play with no team, huh? Like he can't play with no team. He's on the Mavericks. They went from fourth to last. The Mavericks turned into the Mets. They went from fourth place. We're definitely making the playoffs. They ain't even they sat out the last 2 weeks of the fucking season because there's no hope. Shit.
let me see here.
Shit. Kevin Durant should have came to the Knicks. To be honest with you. Well, yeah, that would have been free agent. So we wouldn't have lost too many assets. But
But you know who convinced him to go to the Nets, right?
Jay-Z.
Nope, Kyrie.
Oh, yeah. He was supposed to come to the Knicks. Kyrie was talking about let's go to the Nets. I don't know why. Well, because Kyrie wanted to play for the Nets because he was born in Jersey or some shit like that.
I don't give two shits about that. I really don't. I don't know, man. I'm looking. I'm trying to remember everything that has happened with the Knicks,
Yeah.
and ever since 1999, because that's the first year that Dolan took over from his father. And I'm thinking that's the last year that the Knicks even went to the finals.
Shit. When was that? I know.
Yeah, yeah, I remember something like that.
Oh, Latrell Sprewell. Okay, yeah.
And yeah, 99 was the year they had Spree, Houston, Ewing, Oakley was still there. That was the year that Ewing went for alley oop and the center for the Bucks at that time pushed him, and he ended up like fucking destroying his right wrist. And then after that, the Knicks traded him away. So to paraphrase, fuck you, James Dolan. And then he was also the one that wanted to mortgage the farm, so to speak, to get Carmelo Anthony.
Shit. I mean, it would have worked if Carmelo Anthony actually wanted to do something other than just fucking shoot.
It would have worked after that. The Knicks actually had a bench. They didn't.
Yeah, and also, what's his name was hurt. We got it was not LaMarcus Aldridge. The guy from the Suns.
Um, which guy from the Suns?
Fuck, he had the goggles. He
He had the goggles.
not LaMarcus Aldridge. Amadi Stoudemire.
Oh yeah.
Stoudemire.
He fucked up his knees with the Suns. Comes back. The Knicks sign him. He has a great 1 year, and then he stinks it up.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that we had dismantled the whole team for Melo and know so much. That's true. I mean, listen, when the Knicks had the oldest team in the league with Jason Kidd and the interim coach, we made it to the second round of the playoffs for the first time in like what 40 years or some shit like that. It felt like, but then right after that, we got a new coach. I think it was the coach of the Timberwolves. We got rid of Jason Kidd retired. We got rid of most of the other people. We got younger, and everything went to shit.
I mean, everything went to shit the day James Dolan took over for his father.
Yeah,
Let's cut the crap.
yo, getting Melo was the smartest idea for the profit margins, but giving up your entire team for him and not having no one around him, that hurts. Cause Melo, I could say would be like Durant. Like Durant and Melo are not they're stars, but they're not the Jordan. They're not the captains of the team. They're not the ones that put the team on their back. Like you
Well,
made
I
this
can give it that.
like he said Durant, Jared Allen, Dinwiddie, Chris LeVert, and a healthy Joe Harris, they would have made they would have been caused problems, right? But who's gonna lead that team? Because it ain't gonna be fucking Durant. Durant played his best basketball with the Warriors when all he had to do was catch the ball and shoot. He didn't have to play defense because they got Draymond Green. He had to run the offense because they got Stephen Curry. He didn't even need to score because they had fucking the Splash Brother
Thompson.
Klay Thompson. All he needed to do is whenever they gave him the ball, shoot it. And that was the best basketball you ever see this man play. They said he was better than LeBron when he was on fucking Warriors. And then then he want to be a man and grow up and goes to the fucking Nets and does jack shit. He gets hurt. I believe he went to a drive-through, picked up a 20-piece chicken McNugget, ate the
Mm.
McNugget, and twisted his ankle.
He said twisted his ankle.
Him and fucking Anthony Davis were chilling, and they both had shared the 20-piece chicken McNugget because they skinny as shit. And on 3 bites, oh, my ankle's broke. That's what happened. And Kyrie Irving says, shit, how am I supposed to play with this shit? How am I supposed to play with other basketball players on this basketball team? Ain't they know I'm the only one that's supposed to be on the court? I'm Richard Franklin, baby. The only one should be on the court, only one getting the passes, only one making the passes, only one getting the shots and the rebounds.
It's
If
me,
you
Rick.
gonna have, if you're gonna have other people doing that shit on the team, then what the fuck I need to be here for? That's what's gonna happen. The Nuggets won the title because of Melo trade. Because they got Joker because of the Melo trade. Well, that's true. They still had like 80. They still have like what 3 or 4 of our first round draft picks on them. They just waiting to release, to fucking pull them out. The pick swap associated with the trade is the draft position they used to draft Jamal Murray. Shit. We need to pay off
That's a
whoever
lot
we
of
need.
reading.
Yeah, we need to pay off whoever they paid off the first time we did the fucking the draft to see who gets the first pick. A draft lottery, and let's get another Patrick Ewing in there. You know what I'm saying? Because I know they were
Yeah, I
talking
hear
about
you.
Joel Embiid to the Knicks, but I don't think he's gonna be.
What? That's not gonna happen.
It's not, and I don't. Even if he does come, I don't think he's gonna be that
Well,
factor that's gonna.
the Knicks would need to trade what they don't have, which is draft picks.
Word. I think we got 1 next year and like 3. Remember, we had those the draft picks that are conditional.
Right.
Like if
Which is another stupid way to trade
yeah,
somebody.
because the Knicks was it? We got the Miami Heat's first round draft pick, but if Miami Heat plays a game in the season, we lose it. We got the Phoenix Suns draft pick. If the Phoenix Suns open up their doors and let people in the stadium, we lose it. Like these are the conditions in which the Knicks traded for their draft picks. Like I think if the draft happens, we automatically lose 3 of our picks. I think that's what the contract stipulates. I don't know who the fuck is negotiating these terms, but we need to get the fuck out of it. I'm not a believer in getting an all-star team, but god damn it, bro. If you gonna waste every asset we got, it should look like an all-star team. That's like spending all your money on Fortnite fucking points, and you sitting on a milk crate and watching a fucking old school tube TV playing fucking Fortnite, but you got tens of millions of fucking Fortnite points. It's like if you gonna waste your money, nigga, you should have had a Lambo, a fucking a refrigerator, a steak. Something like live in the lap of luxury. How the fuck you broke on a Tuesday because you bought shoelaces?
Wow.
Shit. Now we go from that depressing ass shit to what's up with what happened with the Yankees? We ain't get Masato Tanaka second.
Hmm. My man, he's writing too much.
Who you talking about?
The guy in the comments. I'm trying to read all his fucking comments, man.
Oh shit! I already wrote. I already read them. Shit.
Well, I know you already read them, but I'm trying to read them to that way I can reply to you.
What comment are you?
Well, I was reading the last ones he put.
Oh,
You know how I think the Nuggets won the title because of the Melo trade, and I'm trying to think back, and eh, when did they draft Jokic? Because remember, the Melo trade was over 10 years ago. They don't have no more draft picks from us. So if Jokic was used to in those
2014.
right, damn they might. If Jokic was drafted 2014, then yeah, they might have used one of the picks they got from us to draft him. God damn, ain't that about a bitch? Wow, man, if that's true, the Knicks is helping motherfuckers win, but themselves.
Shit, and Jamal Murray was drafted in 2016.
Psst, wow.
I mean, there ain't no way that the Knicks would have drafted Jokic or or Murray. We would have got some French dude.
Yeah,
Some Balefroid.
I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I know that the worst draft pick in NBA history belongs to the Knicks. Wow, man. All right, this just reiterates my point. We need to get James Dolan to sell to the Knicks.
I got $5.
Oh man. I mean, I even remember some of the players that we traded to get Melo. You know, we traded Wilson Chandler. who didn't have a consistent jump shot but was very athletic. They drafted that kid that Tony was like, oh, I need this kid, I need this kid, I need this kid. Who I think he just still in the league. They traded the point guard. I think something. I think his last name was Felton. So yeah, the Knicks traded
Shit,
half
it.
the, half their starting lineup for Melo.
Yeah, I just looked up the worst draft picks, and they said the number one worst draft pick was Sam Bowie.
uh, I mean, I mean, yes and no. I, I get it, because he drafted before Jordan,
Yeah,
but
you
but
had
at that point, Portland, they didn't really need a shooting guard. They needed a big man. So they went with Sam Bowie, but yeah, I don't know if that one. I mean, you draft a guy before Michael Jordan, who can arguably be the best player ever in the NBA, or you can be like the Knicks, where you wasted a first round draft pick on your man Frederick Weiss, a 7'2" center from France. You know what he's famous for, right? For having Vince Carter's nuts on his forehead. The guy never played a minute in the NBA.
he did that shit in the summer league.
No, he got dunked on in the Olympics.
Oh shit!
So it wasn't like Vince Carter dunked him in the summer league. It was a fucking U.S. Dream Team versus France, and in a nationally televised fucking game, Vince Carter dunked over this motherfucker. Dude, trust me. So look it up.
So what's his name?
Frederick Weiss. The dude's like 7'2", 7'3". Yeah, that waste of space is what the Knicks use a first round draft pick on.
Jesus.
So again, James Dolan, please sell the Knicks. You piece of human fucking garbage. Trade the Knicks. Sell the Knicks, please. Sell them.
Fucking trade them, sell them, something.
Oh no, dude! I told all the guys in the group that if I ever saw James Dolan, I'd stab him with a rusty fucking Aidan Fetcher
Oh
screwdriver.
Jesus.
What? Did you
My
just
man.
see it?
Yeah, I got it showing on the stream. My
Yeah,
man jumped over him, and he ducked too.
yeah.
They gonna move the Knicks to Vegas.
Dude, that'll never happen as long as MSG is in New York City. The NBA just needs to force James Dolan to sell the Knicks. That's it. Plain and simple.
We should get a training hooker to fucking videotape his ass to. Is that what? That's what the Clippers owner did, right? He is fucking a tranny or something.
No, he said some racist comments about black players, called the monkeys or some shit like that.
But to a tranny, but she was a hooker or something.
No, he said it to his girlfriend at the time, who was
Oh,
like half who was like half black.
I thought she was a hooker or something.
No, that was his girlfriend at the time.
Shit. She probably was a hooker. For the right price, anything can happen, Hoach. Word.
As a matter of fact, give me 5 minutes with James Dolan in the fucking boxing ring. I light that motherfucker up. Think about it. It's over 20 years of frustration, bro. Over 20 years of frustration.
Yeah. Just put James Dolan in the fucking room with Jordan. Jordan piece him up again.
Yo, man. Like over the years, I just seen like him let other motherfuckers do shit. Meanwhile, I'm like, yo, my man, what are you doing?
Joseph
Now,
got
mind you,
felon on you.
mind you, this is also the fucking owner that banned Charles fucking Oakley from MSG. My
Which was
man,
ridiculous.
are you fucking kidding me? You're banning Charles Oakley? He tried to ban Patrick Ewing. Like anybody that says something against how he's running the Knicks, he wants to ban. James Dolan is a typical fucking kid that when nobody picks him, he takes his fucking basketball and go home. That way nobody can fucking play. You fucking little bitch, you.
Word. But I mean, not for nothing. The basketball costs money. I'm that shit coming back with me. No, but yeah, that it's crazy when we give a shit more about the team than the fucking owners do.
But the fans always give a shit more about the team and the players than the owners do. For the owners, it's just another business deal. It's another transaction. No matter what they come out in the media and say, oh, it's like, oh no, this is my passion. No, motherfucker, this is what's putting money in your pocket.
Word.
I'm pretty sure if instead of 2 million being put in your pocket because of the Knicks, you're only getting $2. I'm pretty sure you would sell the fucking Knicks the very next day.
Yeah. But the problem is the Knicks are not a basketball team. The Knicks are a tourist attraction because everybody wants to go see Madison Square Garden. And you go to Madison Square Garden to watch the Knicks play because the Knicks might be playing LeBron or Damian Lillard or Steph Curry or some shit like that. You go there to watch the Knicks play star in Madison Square Garden. That's the reason why the tickets still cost $300 when it's a practice, and why this man is not going to sell his team.
Again, another guy who was gifted shit. His father left them Cablevision and MSG. Like I love my pops, but goddamn it, why couldn't that be me?
Shit, you hear me? I hear that, man. But my ass is too volatile because I'd have been fucking the minute they would have missed a shot, fire this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It's like he missed a shot. We went in 300-6. Fire this motherfucker. And you no longer allowed to watch the game. Shit. I get too motherfucking involved in this shit.
Yeah.
About to sue these motherfuckers.
Who you trying to sue?
Everybody. The player, the owner, the refs, the fucking person in the crowd that cheered for that shit.
The
All
mother
of them
who makes
motherfuckers.
Fallen, the motherfucker who makes the basketball.
Word. And Nike for making imitation basketballs. Motherfuckers.
Spoiled little kid. Yeah, yeah. James Dolan is definitely a spoiled little kid, bro.
You suing somebody, better call Sal. I'm about to call Sal. I'm waiting for Johnny Cochran to fucking email me back. Shit, I got 2 suits, Joseph, and I'm gonna sue him with both of them, either one of them. Shit, I'm gonna fuck around, talk to Floyd.
Yeah, dude. I just highly disappointed in and anything that James Dolan does with the Knicks, but since 1999.
Yeah. What's all right, yo? Real quick, let's transition into baseball. What's with the Yankees? How come the Yankees couldn't get Hideki Matsui the third?
Angels weren't trading that motherfucker to the Yankees.
Who did the Yankees offer? Nobody.
That doesn't even matter. The Angels have to see the Yankees at least 6 times a year. They're not trading him to. I've always said if they trade him, it's going to be to a National League team. That's why I thought that the Mets would be should have been the front runners. But after a while, Cleveland said, "Psych."
Psych. Shit. Who got into that fight the other day in baseball? Was it Ramirez, right?
Yeah,
Shit, I want to see him fight fucking Jake Paul. That motherfucker got a mean right hand. He knocking everybody out. Shit, but what happened in that fight? Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I haven't watched baseball in a long since Derek Jeter was on the goddamn team. I'm not impressed with Judge. He got a home run title, but no other title. Like we ain't even get past the first inning in the playoffs. What's going on here?
bro, Joseph. If I ever go to MSG, even after I ate, I'm requesting my money back.
For what? The Knicks?
Absolutely.
Shit.
Yeah, let me see here. So in the span of let's say 2 years, all the promise the Knicks had and all the promise the Nets have been out the fucking door. So our teams are back to being shitty.
I feel like the Knicks go, yeah, we're shitty, but we're not the shittiest team. Like they're just not trying to be the worst team.
She said they're trying to go to the eye doctor.
What?
No, your comment. I want a refund right now, Joseph, bro. I'm telling you. Dude, you know how hard it is to struggle rooting for a team since 1999 because the owner is an incompetent fucking little monkey.
Shit. So Joseph just sent me the video of the fight that happened between the White Sox and
Oh yeah, yeah,
the Guardians.
yo. I mean, yeah, the guy, the shortstop from the White Sox is saying, you connected with a lucky punch or whatever, and he ain't lying because my man had his head down and he was just swinging a wild punch. He got lucky that it connected.
Yeah, but you gotta keep your hands up, play. That shit connected for a reason.
These people are not fucking fighters. They baseball players.
I hear you, but don't square up then. So it looked like he slid in the second base, and this guy took forever to get from on top of him. Then they started talking shit. My man pushed him. He pushed him back. Dropped the gloves. Square up. What's good? Doma. Yeah. He took two wild ass right hooks, haymakers from the ground like that. Not for nothing. Nobody saw that punch until this guy fell on the floor. That's how deep this motherfucker rolled back with that punch. Nobody saw that shit coming. The only one that knew that punch was being thrown was this nigga. Like he picked up some dirt and put that shit in his hand and then fucking flung at this motherfucker. Like shit. But he caught him.
Yeah, Joseph, like Dan Schneider. Yeah, if I was a Washington fan in football, I'd fucking ever since Daniel Snyder took over the team, I'd fucking request my money back. I'm sorry, Toe, for changing the subject. I was just reading Joseph's comment, and it's you know it's
Not him.
unfortunate.
I'm still looking at this altercation here.
But that's also a classic fight of don't start none, won't be none. Had he just walked away after your man Ramirez was talking shit, nothing would have happened. But you took off your glove and you square up, and you squared up first, and you found out. You
But
found out.
not for nothing though. Looking at this shit, my man threw two punches that missed everything because my man ducked. Ramirez ducked. But then as soon as like he threw one punch, he laid contact, but it was a soft punch. Ramirez throws a wild ass punch that hits him in the shoulder, and then his teammates are coming to break that shit up. He throws another punch. Ramirez's head is at his crotch level right now. He throws a wild ass punch, catches him. Yeah, nah, I can't make an excuse. My man left his hands down. You left your hands down, you got caught.
Wait, so up until now you never watched the video?
I saw a picture of the fist landing on his chin, but I didn't see the actual altercation. It was busy for me this week.
So yeah, man, you square up and you got knocked out.
Yeah, you gotta keep your fucking hands up. And it doesn't help that he was fighting southpaw. He left it. Yeah, his hand was down. His hand was down. My man threw a fucking lucky ass. But he threw a fucking punch and he stopped time and said, "Jesus, if you let me connect with this punch, I will fucking go to church for 3 weeks." We need more fights in baseball. That was dope. Yeah, you gotta protect yourself at all times, man.
Oh nah, man, baseball's notorious for fucking fights, man. There's at least a couple of bench clearing brawls every year in baseball. But
Yeah, but
it's
we need.
but it's usually the catcher fucking tackling the butt the hitter down that way he doesn't get to the quarterback.
What Hoach is trying to say is the catcher stopping the batter from going after the pitcher.
I mean, if you look at a lot of the fucking videos, the catcher looks like a fucking linebacker. Fucking tackling the running back by the fucking shoestrings.
Yeah.
Look, I'm a baseball enthusiast. I love baseball, whatever. And I get it. I'm a little bit old school when it comes to if you do something like that, you're gonna get a receipt. But there's some shit that I'm just like, all right, motherfuckers, you could just let this one go.
When in doubt, drop kick a motherfucker in the chest. I mean, yo, you gotta do whatever you gotta do at this point. Shit. But you gotta keep your fucking hands up.
All the time. But I mean, just protect yourself at all times. But like my man, the Wu-Tang Clan said, protect your neck.
Yeah. Don't be Victor Ortiz out here trying to hug everybody. Protect yourself at all times. Ain't no rules in these streets.
The catchers in the trenches. Yo, shit, I want to see that, Joseph. I ain't gonna lie. One of these days, imagine getting drop kicked in your chest and motherfucker got cleats on. Ooh,
Shit. The
and not the
metal
rubber,
cleats.
and not the rubber cleats, the metal cleats. Oh boy,
Yo, you ever seen baseball players slide in the fucking shortstop's calf with them cleats?
yeah, and that's why Listen, I understand what knows when players get tight when motherfuckers come in with their cleats up and shit like that. You know,
No, yeah, for real.
I mean, like we said it before. Some of these people, their body is what sells for them. I mean, is there anything else that we can touch on
Not.
besides people's chins?
Nah, I think we covered everything. I'm over here looking for shit. I think we covered everything right now.
I,
This
I
is
mean, it's
yeah,
it's still too early to talk about football.
yeah,
Even though your Jets were on Hard Knocks last night, and they said it was an Aaron Rodgers show.
yeah. I tell you one thing. Everybody's acting like God just stepped in the fucking building.
True, because yeah, no, you ain't lying when it comes to that. But yeah, I mean, I think we cover that. Yeah, well, that we really need football to start.
Yeah, unless we're gonna start talking about polo and curling.
And
Yo,
cricket. Let's not forget cricket.
for real. Yo, even though you ever seen curling in the Olympics, that should be intense.
Well, I've seen curling fucking in just on regular ESPN. That should be intense. Mad concentration for that shit.
Where we're gonna have to start a curling team.
And who we gonna play ourselves?
No, we're gonna be the national team. We're gonna be USA.
USA.
And the first team we're gonna go after is Russia. You know that motherfuckers is on steroids. It's gonna be like Miracle all over again. Shit, I mean, that's it. You got anything else, Och?
Nah, man. We got a preseason game start this weekend, so I think you know I think after next week, we talking about football again.
Yep.
We can all three sports starting next week is when the shit really pop off. All three sports are going to be I guess talked about because isn't basketball summer leagues already started?
I think so.
So I know summer leagues is usually like players trying to make the team and their rookies, so we can start seeing what some of these rookies might look like.
Yeah, because I remember Mbumwe was they played some game.
Right. So yeah,
I
I
think it
mean,
ended.
what, the summer league already?
Yeah.
Then not I didn't really see anything about the summer league. Then I mean, if it ended, damn, there was no real news coming out. Because I didn't
Word.
see any. I didn't see anything on my ESPN feed a lot about those leagues. Like, you know, NBA still fucking trying to do fucking, sign players and do trades and shit like that. I know that the Knicks just extended Josh Hart. So
Yeah. Yeah, that one we saw.
right. So I mean, I think that's it for us. I mean, sports is kind of quiet the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. There's- We're gonna have to come up with some better shit. We're gonna have to start
We
fighting
gonna
our
have,
own.
we're gonna have to start branching out, I guess, to with competitive fucking ring toss or some shit.
For real. Dart blowing in Saskatchewan and shit.
Professional bowling. I mean, the guy I used to watch, I know he retired, my man, but I think his name was like Peter Weber. Shit, we might have to see about professional fucking pool playing too.
Yep. And bowling. I know bowling was hot back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's my man, Peter Weber. That's the dude that had the slick back hair with the fucking shades.
And he did that PDP shit or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I remember him. I remember him. Not for nothing. I used to watch bowling. I have a bowling ball. We used to go bowling every other weekend. And I used to watch bowling. I remember he popped up and was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a fucking straight up
Dude,
turkey this motherfucker throwing."
I remember him. He used to talk shit. I'm like, I never seen no bowler talk shit.
They real out here.
But I guess on that note, Knucklehead family, I guess we're done for the night.
Yeah. Well, all right. So we got UFC 292. That's August 19th. We can talk about that next week.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully, it's more better fights than the last one.
Yeah. But like you said, yo, tune in next week. We're gonna talk about some shit. We're gonna come up with some jousting shit that we can watch.
Dude, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go on ESPN website and see, you know, what's going
The
on. What's going on ESPN the Ocho?
where the slap boxing shit that they got now.
Yeah,
They're gonna report on that shit.
yeah. I'm gonna start see who the players are.
Word. But yeah, but on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood knuckleheads signing out. Peace, everybody.
Everybody, thanks for joining us. Y'all have a good night.
Word.